There we go. And the final book review is today's speaker, Michael Schratt. I got to tell you, I'm a visual guy. So this book is just, I mean, it hits the spot. Just briefly what it says here, a fully illustrated book details 20 historical UFO cases, which were secured from multiple research centers around the United States and had never been seen before. In addition, the publication also highlights multiple UFO encounters, many of with beings reported. A few cases covered in this book, the mystery airship wave of night, and then it goes on and talks about. I gotta tell you, knowing the stories and then seeing the illustrations that Michael has put together, it's just amazing. And I've got one special note on this. His book it's not in hard copy, it's in Kindle. But if you don't have a Kindle reader, which I don't have, you can go on Amazon and for free, you can download a Kindle converter and read the book on your laptop. That's what I did. I got that, then I ordered the book and I read the book on my PC. You didn't have to have a Kindle. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. And that's my book reviews for this month. Okay, this is why you people showed up. You didn't show up to hear from me talk about books and cases and stuff. Well, you might have wanted to talk about cases, but today's headliner, Michael Schratt, is a private pilot, an aviation historian, investigated UFO encounters for over 25 years. Between 2008 and 2009, Michael meticulously reviewed a minimum of 50,000 cases in an effort to maintain an important part of our national history. Recreated dozens of highly credible UFO cases by using drawings, illustration, and commissioned artwork. Many of these include USO, unidentified submerged objects, actual extraterrestrial encounters, and prehistory UFO cases. He has appeared on multiple media platforms to include the following: Coast to Coast AM, History Channel, Paranormal Matrix, UFO Hunters, Fade to Black. Guest speaker at multiple UFO conferences, including the following: Phoenix MUFON, Orange County MUFON, International UFO Congress, MUFON Symposium, and UFO Con. And with that, Michael, it's all yours.
Okay, so we'll move on to May 16th, 1967, Falcon Lake, Canada. This is the famous Stephen Mikulik Falcon Lake case. This is known all around the world. It's famous within ufology. Now, Stephen was a rock hound. He was you could call him a mineral collector. And so he was looking for different rocks and things. He was wearing jeans. He was wearing leather gloves. He was wearing a thick shirt, and he was also wearing welder's goggles to protect his eyes. There were two of these 40-foot diameter dish-shaped craft that hovered over his location. One departed. The other one landed about 200 feet from his location, which you can see right here. It kind of had a chrome polished aluminum exterior. There was a door on sort of the right-hand side that did eventually open. And then there was another, what looked like an exhaust port with these equally spaced holes. And we'll get into that a little bit later. So he went over to this door, and it was emitting this violet-colored light. He could hear noises in some kind of a language that he couldn't determine. So you've got this 2-foot by 3-foot hatch, which he's looking in now. And then you've got this 6-inch by 8-inch vent or exhaust ports just left of this hatch. And we'll do an enlargement of him looking inside this hatch. Now, he never did see anybody. He could hear voices, but he could never figure out what the language was. Soon after that, this craft kind of lifted off about 12 inches from the soil, started rotating. And when whatever this exhaust hatch lined up with him, there was some type of a discharge, and it actually burned him severely. It caught his clothes on fire. He ended up throwing up because The effects were so severe, so it's a CE2 case, and the drill hole pattern on this hatch matched exactly the burn pattern on his chest. And I'm sure you've all seen the photos before, but that's how that occurred. And you can see the enlargement of the burn pattern with these marks on his chest, which actually match these drill hole pattern. Here's another rendering of it here, what it actually looked like. And then here you can see the burn marks on his chest. And then you can see that there was some debris found, or metal fragments, at the landing site itself. Over to the left, you can see the entry hatch, and then whatever this exhaust port here also to the left as well. Now, I've got this photograph, ladies and gentlemen, from Antonio Huneas, who's my fellow researcher. This is the official Falcon Lake landing site photo from the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. And if you look really closely, you can see this darker patch is in the form of a circle. So this is the exact landing location of the famous Falcon Lake encounter. Here's a photograph of Stephen Michael. This is the Edmonton Journal, May 24th, 1967, where he has an original sketch and he described the case in great detail.